welcome back. And one of the Bears Travel Plays YouTube channel today is Sunday, December 22nd. And now I'm back for some more NFL action on Sunday afternoon. Had a pretty good couple games on Saturday for some appetizers. Now we get the main dish on this Sunday afternoon. A lot of games to look at, a lot of games to talk about. Before we do that, let's take a look at the games we had on Saturday. Chiefs and Texans. Texans down by 4, had the ball driving. Less than 2 minutes, got to the Chiefs 30. Then we took a sack, I believe, from C.J. Stroud, couple-yard loss, and then a horrible play by C.J. Stroud, scrambling, center snapped the ball too soon, and then he threw a pick right to KC, so that one lost because we turned it over on the Chiefs territory. Probably would have, kicked the field goal, would have covered the spread there. That one hurt. Other lose on the game pick. I don't know why it's not 0-2, but it is 0-2. Pittsburgh +7. Tight game, 17-17 in the second half. Ravens take advantage of a Russell Wilson pick 6. And they never looked back. They dominate Pittsburgh, and there was 34-17 final score. Najee Harris misses by a couple yards over 43.5. I think he finished with 42. And then we did hit a player prop. Lamar Jackson did throw an interception, so we got to win up on the board. The real news today in the NFL, Tank Dell, another disgusting and horrific knee injury. I hope the best for him. I mean, everybody on the sideline for the Texans. Saw a few players of the Chiefs really shook up and emotional. If you saw the injury, does not look good. Probably had to just rush him to surgery to try to, do the best they could with the leg because it looked like a dislocated leg. Looks like, I don't know. You saw the video. Or dislocated kneecap, I should say. You saw the video. It looks like the bone was sticking out pretty far there. So hopefully he is all right. And, just tough to see Tank Dell go down. I mean, kind of the same way he did last season as well, or 2 seasons ago. So hopefully he's okay. But we're going to be looking at some Sunday games here. Starting with the Browns, going up against the Bengals. No more Jameis Winston. The fun is done for the Cleveland Browns. They're just trying to lose games now. Dorian Thompson-Robinson will be the starting quarterback for the Browns. UCLA quarterback. He's not good. No way to sugarcoat that. He's just not a good quarterback. The Bengals, they are still playing for a playoff shot. Kind of crazy to say, but the Bengals, they've got to win out. They've got to match up against the Broncos. The Broncos have to – I think the Broncos have to lose out. But they do play the Chiefs and the Bengals, so you never know. They took that loss to the Chargers. Never know. They could lose out. Bengals win out. They would get in. But they got to get past the Browns here first. This is going to be a rout. I'm going to take the Bengals -8.5. Joe Burrow is playing fantastic. He would be the MVP if his team was a little bit better. He's got insane numbers this season. Probably the best season of his career so far, and they have wasted it with the defensive play. I don't think that defense will get torched in this game, though, because, again, it's going to be Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I just don't see him wheeling and dealing here against this Bengals secondary. I know the Bengals secondary is not good. You see the numbers on the screen there, but quarterback play is going to be worse. I'm going to take the Bengals here. They're going to score on every single drive. 35-17 final score. Next game, we're going to be looking at the Eagles going up against the Commanders. My worst nightmare. Both these teams pretty good on the season. Dallas behind them several games. Eagles, potential to win the Super Bowl this season. If I were to pick a team right now to win the Super Bowl, they would be the Eagles. So that just hurts me to my core. I think the Eagles are going to win this game pretty easily. I think the Commanders will get a garbage time touchdown late, make it respectable. But the Eagles are the best team in the NFL right now. But the Lions dealing with all their injuries. This Eagles team, they are at the top spot right now in the NFL. Bills closely behind them, but they're just clicking on all cylinders. If the offense is working, this team as a whole will win the Super Bowl. They just have to worry about Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown's relationship. They've got to give the ball to Saquon Barkley. The defense is going to do the rest. This is the number 1 defense in the NFL. Secondary's been great. Pass rush been great. Defense up front been great. No weaknesses on this Eagles team besides the head coach. So I'm going to take them here, -3.5. I think they get the job done. They are absolutely rolling right now. They're going to win this game against the Commanders. And then finally, I have an addiction, and the first step is admitting. I've said that a couple times, I think. I'm addicted to taking the Bears. And in good conscience, I am going to say that you can pass on this play if you'd like, but I'm taking the Bears again +6.5. The Lions have literally a full team on the defensive side out in this game. They're going to be missing several players. They're on their second and third string players on the defensive side. Dave Montgomery's not going to be in. They're missing a couple O-linemen. The Bears, they're the Bears. And I do think they might be able to find a way to win this game. I'm not saying the Bears are good, but I think this is a pretty good spot for them. The Lions, I think they're going to be heavily picked in this game. Getting the hook, they're -6.5. I'm going to take the +6.5. I think the Bears will find a way to win this game. Caleb Williams hasn't been good this season, but he definitely hasn't been bad. So we just need the offensive line to hold up for just a little bit. Let the receivers work. Let Caleb Williams work. I think this is a game they can easily stay in. I'll take them with the points as the final play. Let's go to the player props for tomorrow. We're going to start with Calvin Ridley over 59.5 receiving yards going up against the Colts. The Colts have slowly but surely found a way to be one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They're giving up 224.4 passing, 141.6 rushing, 366 in total. They are bottom 5 this season in the NFL. Calvin Ridley, he has been much, much better ever since calling out his team and saying, hey, you brought me in, you're not throwing me the ball. First 4 games of the season, not looking very good. But then after that Bills game, we saw 10 catches, 143 yards going up against the Lions. He hasn't had less than 45 yards in any game but one, and that was last week going up against the Bengals. He is kind of at a disadvantage, though, because Will Levis has been throwing the ball. But we have Mason Rudolph in this game. It's going to help him out a ton. Last time Mason Rudolph and him played in a full game, that was the Lions game. 10 catches, 145 yards. I think we see the exact same thing in this game. The Colts defense has not been good. They're going to be force-feeding Calvin Ridley early in this game to try to make him happy. I'm going to take the over 59.5 receiving yards as the first play. Second play, we're going to go with Ja'Marr Chase, over 88.5 receiving yards going up against the Browns. Again, Ja'Marr Chase is amazing. Joe Burrow is amazing. He'd have an MVP if the Bengals were sitting with 10 wins right now. I truly believe that. I mean, he'd have some competition, obviously, with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, but I think Joe Burrow would definitely be in that conversation. Ja'Marr Chase, though, this season, he's been the best receiver by a landslide. He's coming into this game with nearly 1,500 yards, over 100 catches already this year, and he has 15 receiving touchdowns. He's been insane. He is actually 7'11". He is always open. He's got that little keychain. He's got that little necklace thing that hangs around his neck, 7'11". It's unbelievable what he's been doing this season. And over the last couple of games, he's had 86-plus yards in 3 consecutive, put up 177 on the Dallas Cowboys. I had to watch every single snap of that game. It was miserable. Off the Titans game now, 9 catches, 94 yards in the last one. I think him and Joe Burrow will continue to hook up in this game as they just dismantle this Browns defense. So give me Ja'Marr Chase here, over 88.5 receiving yards as the second play. And for the last play, this is a personal play, and it's one that, again, it's like maybe pass on it if you want to, but Trey McBride to score a touchdown. There has been nothing but talk about Trey McBride not getting in the end zone this season. One of the best tight ends in the NFL, has some of the best hands in the NFL. He's a deep threat. He's kind of like a miniature Gronk. I know that we make that comparison a lot, but he's an athletic guy. He can open up the field for the Cardinals. He has not scored a touchdown this season through the air. He fell on a fumble in the end zone for a rushing touchdown, but he has not caught a touchdown from Kyler Murray this year. It's going to change here because Kyler Murray said multiple times over the last week he's going to get his tight end the ball. He's going to make sure he gets in the end zone. So I'm going to take him in this game, anytime touchdown, plus 125. It's kind of crazy that he has not caught a touchdown yet, and it's still plus 125. So maybe someone knows something somewhere. I do think Kyler Murray is a man of his word, and he's going to get the ball to his tight end. So I'm going to take the over 0.5 touchdowns in this game, anytime touchdown as the final play of the day. Let's go to the recap graphic. We've got the Bengals minus 8.5, should be a route there. Eagles minus 3.5, also think it's going to be a route. Commanders, they're decent this season. They're not to the competition of the Eagles. Bears plus 6.5. I'm addicted to it, and I'm going to continue to play it. Do think the Lions are very banged up, as everybody knows that, and I do think the Bears can stay competitive in this one. Last play of the day. Dallas Cowboys plus 4 at home going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay playing for everything. Dallas playing for basically nothing, but Mike McCarthy is coaching for his job. I think he has secured that job, which is horrible. It's horrible for my future, but he's got the boys playing well. We have won 3 of the last 4. We should have won 4 consecutive. We should have beat the Bengals. We're the only team in NFL history that can block a punt and then somehow give the ball back on the same punt, or else we would have beat the Bengals as well. But I do think the Dallas Cowboys are playing well. The defense is definitely playing better, and I'm going to take them plus 4. We're getting the running game going. CeeDee Lamb's been amazing, and then we have Cooper Rush, who's not good, but he's been doing a pretty good job filling in for Dak Prescott. So I'm going to take the Cowboys here, plus 4, get back-to-back wins at home. That'd be something to see. We're going to go with Calvin Ridley over 59.5 receiving, Ja'Marr Chase over 88.5 receiving, and then Trey McBride anytime touchdown plus 125. Guys, that's going to do it. For NFL plays and props for Sunday, December 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.